Okay, here we are, team training. Hi everyone, my name is Crystal. If you haven't met me yet before, I am part of Babes in Business, obviously, and one of your QNMD leaders. So I'm pretty excited to do team training tonight because the other girls are jet setting over to Sacramento, and I really want to lead us with a training that's full of action. So make sure that you have your laptops ready, your phones handy, because we're getting into a lot of work. I just wanted to make sure that, we use the chat a lot. We're pretty much going into action. So I am going to put some ideas of verbiage. But if you have some questions or if you're only new, please just reply inside the chat and we'll try and get on top of it in real time. So the first thing I wanted to cover is the 5-in-1. I'd love to hear, is there anybody on the line tonight that doesn't know what the 5-in-1 is? Okay, just before we get started, let me just give you a bit of a rundown. For those of you who are brand new and have just joined Babes in Business, welcome first and foremost. You have joined the best gang in the world, and we've definitely got some serious girls who have got your back. So the 5-in-1 promotion this month is about working with your first couple of customers and attaining a teaming. So for those of you who are just on the newbies training, you would have seen your road to SDVF is working with your first couple of customers and attaining that teaming. And so with the promotion that we've put on, it's towards walking into conference. We've got a few parties and some different fun events happening, and we want to reward you with all of those goodies after the next 2 months are completed by you doing your 5-in-1. So the 5-in-1 also can mean, 4 teamies and 1 customer, or 3 customers and 3 teamies. It doesn't matter what combo, but 6 is the total. And if you were on last week, or just FYI, to attain a customer or a teamie, it's asking about 10 people to attain 1 of those. So for the month of April, we are working towards inviting people to take a closer look at this, 2 people a day. And by the end of the month, we should have spoken to 60 people and attained our 5-in-1. So that's sort of the maths, that's sort of the odds. But tonight we're going to blow the odds out of the water because we're going to work in real time with MFA, and we're going to do the high paying activities. So I'm really, really passionate about time management because I know when I first started, I was very average at it. Is anyone guilty of scroll holing or staring at their screen or wondering what to do next or hoping that their post is going to magically bring in some beautiful new people? I'm seeing some smiles, seeing some nods. It's okay, we've all been there. And even some days I have a face down moment, and I've been doing this for nearly 3 years. So I want to sort of be real and raw about that. It does get easier, but let's channel time really, really wisely. So you'll hear from the leaders, but I know that you guys are potentially working with a JOB right now, or your mums, or you might be studying. You do have things going on in your life. And I did do a training on time and allocating your time and finding your hidden moments, and then pretty much putting your boss hat on and doing babes when it's boss time. And that's what we're going to do tonight. So I have my special boss hat because I'm ready to rock into Babes in Business Boss Night. And so for 10-minute increments, we are going to have instructed learning, I guess. Please make sure you copy and paste this verbiage into your phone, because after I finished recording this training, you can do this again. You can do this power hour every single day. If you have 10-minute increments instead of a power hour, then do it in your lunch break and do one of the activities that I set for you tonight, because it is that compound effect. It is that constant chipping away, doing the do that gets you to QNMD, NMD and beyond. For some of us, that may not be your goal, and that's okay, but we are looking for some dollars in the bank, and if it is a side hustle that we're working with, the same rules apply. So yeah, love my hat. Come to Vegas, come to the events, and you can find cool glitzy hats like this. All right, so enough about my hat. Let's get into it. So for one more thing before I do jump into it. So we're going to work on 4 activities. So the same rules apply. If you have an hour to work on this, we're going to divide it by 4 or 5, 10-minute chunks of the high paying activities. If you have 2 hours, then obviously you can do 20 minutes of each activity. And the system goes, the more time you have, you just have to be disciplined, break it up, and start doing the high-paying activities. I think I've said that 100 times. So let's work with broadening our network. That is our first activity. I'm just going to press enter, and you're going to see it come up into the chat. And we are going to broaden our network. So regardless of you being on Facebook or Instagram, you can be on either one, but just for the next 10 minutes, channel one of them. If you're predominantly Facebook, let's jump into, you know, one of our friends' Facebooks that, you know, loves health and wellness, and let's have a look at their friends, because if you're friends with that person, their passions certainly align with yours, and their friends are similar in that fact. So we're going to jump in there, and you're going to use the verbiage as I've got here, but just fill in the gaps, and just say, hi Amanda, hope you don't mind the friendship ad. I just enjoy meeting other like-minded friends through friends. Happy Tuesday. Put some emojis, do as many as you can. If you are predominantly on Instagram, let's search a hashtag that you love, or let's, you know, go to one of those influencers pages that you follow, and let's see their comments, because the people that are following them are obviously interested in health, wellness, cooking, whatever it is that you love. And again, it's going to be a lot easier to add them or follow them as you do on Instagram. And again, you're going to send them a DM. You want to make sure you have some sort of conversation and connection. So you're going to come across and say, hi, I'm so glad I came across your Instagram. I'm loving your vibe. I too enjoy cooking on the weekends. I saw that you baked these brownies. Are they vegan? How long have you been vegan for? Always end with a question. So let's pump up the tunes. We have 10 minutes. 5 is the aim, so try and send 5 out. But the more you can, the better the chances of them actually returning the friendship. So I'll turn on some tunes, and let's do this. Okay. So we've been going for 5 minutes. Who has asked 5 friends to be friends? Who has followed 5 different people? If you haven't in the first 5 minutes, you're overthinking it. Make sure you're out of your head. You are wellness coaches with a huge heart. You want to help people and you just want to broaden your network to help more people. 5 more minutes to go, team. 2 minutes to go. Pump it out. Woohoo! Someone wants to be your friend already, Julesy. Well done. Let's celebrate those wins, team, if you have that too. Let us know.
What are you doing inside the house?
I might just, don't mind the craziness behind me. Just the crazy dog coming inside. All right, awesome. 10-minute increment. Boom, done. Added some friends. It's out of the way. Let's move into the next 10 minutes. Now we're just going to go into our Facebook active messenger list, and we're going to chat to people. We're going to have 5 conversations. We're going to start 5 conversations. Now, when Jules was talking before about, speaking to people and creating 5 new conversations, it's not so much continuing conversations that you may have already created yesterday and the day before. Like, that's external, that's on top of. Right now it's about talking to new people, new engagement, so people that you may not have spoken to for over a month or more. So I'm going to give you a little blurb to work with, and we're going to try and go for 5 new. Sure, there's heaps of people active. At the end of the day, we all jump on that scroll hole, except we're boss babes and they're just waiting for us to say hey. So I've got here, hey XYZ, how was your day today? I'm so pumped for the long weekend next weekend for Easter. What fun have you planned for your holiday? Like, I know it's not this upcoming weekend, but we're kind of asking a question. So if you feel like you organically know that you have a question you want to ask them, you don't have to use that. But if you're not sure how you can initiate a conversation about what fun is happening in their life, then use that blurb, because a lot of people will probably tell you, oh, I'm stuck at work, or yeah, I'm traveling to X, Y, and Z, and you're like, oh, I haven't been there. Do you love travel? It just really links an opportunity for you to start to learn more about what's exciting in their life or what's a pain point in their life. Again, we don't have to have the intention that everyone is going to join our team or become a client. We are just collecting friends and building relationships. But if we don't start talking to people, we don't have a basis of a business. So let's do that for the next 10 minutes. 5 fresh new conversations, Facebook active. Let's rock it. And let's get the tunes back. Woohoo! Go Lana! First reply on Instagram. Do you know what makes this really fun? If you smile while you're talking, or while you smile while you're typing. Super fun when you do it that way. You just have good energy. Lana, you're on fire, and Facebook. High five. We're all virtually high-fiving each other right now. Keep it up, team. Keep conversing. If anyone's stuck, by the way, type in, but keep going. Got 3 minutes. 3 minutes to create some conversations with some rock stars. Love on your friends. We're under the minute, team, to finish off some combos. So get them in there while you can, and then we'll be moving on. All right, let's get into the next 10 minutes. So if you've got a flow on, we'll come back to that. Don't stress. Those conversations will always be there. There's no such thing as a juice plus emergency. So here we go into the next 10 minutes. Now, this is where we're going to start inviting. Inviting is swinging the bat. This is pretty much predominantly what we were talking about last week on training. If you don't step up to the plate and actually ask the question, no one's ever going to know. So your posture has to change. You know, we've got our wellness coach on, we've got our Boss Babe hats on, whatever you are doing in regards to inviting to the Health Style Emporium or to Babes in Business, your posture is there ready to rock this because you know what you're doing, you're excited to help them, and you cannot wait to ask them. That's the posture that you need to have. Now, some of us might have our hat tilted and feel a little bit judgy, a little bit in our head, not sure, will they, won't they, will they not talk to me anymore, will they hate me, what if they like block me on Facebook? No, we're not in that headspace because we're not judging them for judging us. We are open-minded, we are excited, happy beings, and those people are going to attract to that energy, okay? So we are going into our first CCC-a-thon. So for this 10 minutes, we're talking about team. So if you're brand new to this business and you're like, oh my gosh, what team? I am the new team. It's just thinking along the lines of, okay, well, who would I love to do this with? This would be so fun if I had some gal pals to do this with. And I have some beautiful gal pals that I've recruited over this last 3 years, and it's so fun because they're my friends. So who are those people that you'd love to work with? And we're going to shoot the CCC method to them. Now, it's not again, not getting in our head, but it's not about going, well, I've got 100 pen pals. When's the right time to send this message? Now is the right time to send this message. Like, any time is great to send this message because it kind of comes across like, hey, this might sound crazy, but I've thought of you because, and I'm just going to send it out. I pretty much do this for every single reach out when I'm ready to connect with them in regards to being my new team. And it goes like this. So you're coming across with confidence, your posture is there, and you're going to compliment them. So you're going to go, hey, babe, I just saw your post, or I know we were talking the other day and it got me thinking about you. You're going to think I'm crazy, but I have to tell you, you'd be so amazing at what I do. You're so, insert a compliment. So it could be, you know, you're so approachable, you're so fun, you're so health conscious, you know, you've got great energy, I enjoy your vibe, you're such a great mom, you know, you're family orientated. Compliment them however you feel relates. And then you're going to say right at the end, I just have to ask, what do you think about working with me and Babes in Business? Or if you're a mama and your avatar is mamas, you know, what do you think about working with me and mamas in business? Look, they can say no, and you know what? We're going for no. We're going for 50 no's and 10 yeses. So, you know, send them out and wait for the no. Alrighty? So go for gold with that one, girls. I'm going to get the music going. Don't think about it. Don't overthink about it. And don't prejudge. And if you get a reply going, what's Babes in Business? Pop it in the chat. Just while you're doing this, girls, I saw someone message me and I just want to bring it to everyone's attention. Some people will unfollow you. Some people will maybe say some nasty things to you, or they might not reply at all. Please don't take that to heart. They just do not value the health industry or their own health, or they're just not interested in online business, and that's okay. So when it comes to sending this message, just please be mindful that it's not for everyone, and we're not going to spam people. If you don't have a relationship, don't send this message, because you haven't been thinking about them. You don't know anything about them. So really be mindful of that when you send that out. And again, it doesn't matter if they say yes, no, maybe, or block you. Let's just do it. We're still smiling. We're excited. We want these beautiful people to be like, "Woo, she thought of me." Who sent out 3 already? Anybody sent any of them out yet? Share, share. Come on, Julesy, 1. You can get another one out. Got a couple of minutes. 2, good. You're doing it. Be brave. You're excited. They're excited. Woohoo! You got to watch that. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I have another blurb for that. But right now, you just can't. Don't go back to it. Keep doing CCCs. The next person, the next person. Remember, this is the power of numbers. You've got her there. Let's Woo. We'll come back to that in a minute. All right, team, that's it. We're not doing CCCs now. We're pausing for a minute. Now, remember, you just did an invitation. You've just reached out to someone. So if you have Teamsy or if you have a 30-day grid, you are putting that on your grid because that person, you need to circle back around to follow up at some point. They may not answer you tonight, or some people have, but they may not answer you tonight. They may talk to you tomorrow or in a week from now when they reply. So put them on your grid. It doesn't matter if you did 1, 2, or 5, that's done. We're keeping that posture and now we're going into client space. So I have a cool little blurb that I want to share with you in regards to client conversation. And I'm going to just post it so I can read it out to you. And it's to the point and it shares money and it talks real talk, but I'm going to go through it with you. So again, thinking of the people that you may have already had conversations with about the HSE and now you're circling back to them because you spoke to them before, or even considering if you're new, who would you like to be buddy-buddy with and do a health program? Obviously, we want to be a product of the product, so going on a 16-week journey, who would you love to do that with? Because it's fun when you have an accountability buddy, and you'll hear it in my message. Let's go with, hey Miriam, I don't know if you saw this month, but I'm going on a health booster over Easter, and I'd love for you to be my wing woman or accountability buddy to do it with me. I love your energy and I know it will be fun. And then we start to explain a little bit. It's 16 weeks of kicking goals, using online resources like workout guides, recipes, yoga, meditation, and so much more, plus the Easter ebook so I can have chocolate guilt-free. It all comes with these plant-based whole foods and costing me $31.20 a week, about $4 a day. If I sent you some info on the program and shared with you a preview, would you be keen to be my wing woman? So it's pretty much to the point. It's sharing Easter, so it's keeping it relevant. And you have an opportunity for them to say, yeah, I'd like to take a closer look, which then you can add them to the preview groups and you can share the little 5-minute Health Style Emporium link. But if they're saying, yeah, I'll be your wing woman, they've seen the price, they know what's included, and they're excited to do this with you. So it's a pretty direct message thread. So what's our posture when it comes to that? It's pretty much, you know what, I'm ready to do this health journey and I can't wait for them to do it with me. Yes, no, or maybe I'm sending that message. So we're doing it. We've got 8 minutes because I spoke for 2 minutes. So let's send that out. We're smiling. If you can voice it, if you've got confidence through the voice message, definitely voice it. If not, copy, paste, and send it out to at least 5 people. Let's try and get 5 friends doing this. I think there's some messages. I'll get to them in a sec. Yes, sorry, Jules, you are right. So just letting you know, if you are in a different country, you do have to change the price. That's for the trio in Australian dollars. So if you're New Zealand, USA, Canada, yeah, just play around with the numbers. If you're not sure, talk to your mentor and they'll help you out with the pricing change. I'll put it back in there. Yeah, Albert, it's all good.